welcome to News Up Now. I'm Bryan Thompson. In the Bay Area, U.S. Marshals removed the widow of Pulse nightclub shooter Omar Mateen from a Bay Area jail today. She will return to Florida to face trial on charges of aiding and abetting her husband, according to the Alameda County Sheriff's Office. Court documents obtained yesterday showed Noor's attorneys waived her right to a removal hearing next week and agreed to return her to Orlando to face the federal charges. She has been held in the Alameda County Jail since her arrest at relatives' Bay Area home last January. She is accused of aiding and abetting her husband in providing support to a foreign terrorist organization, namely the Islamic State, in the attack at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando on June 12th.
Now, if you're planning to travel, beware of some new regulations. The idea was to make air travel safer. Laptops are banned from the cabin on certain flights to the United States, but now it can be as severe as having them in your checking bags. Here's Mia Walmersley with the story.
The idea was to make air travel safer. Laptops banned from the cabin on some flights to the US. But now it's thought having them in the baggage hold could be just as dangerous. That's because of the risk of battery fires. 2 weeks ago, the US and British authorities banned gadgets larger than smartphones from cabins on flights from certain countries. That over fears they could be used to conceal bombs. But now the European Aviation Safety Agency says lithium batteries inside electronic devices actually should be carried in the cabin. It's echoing concerns from aircrew. Last week, a group representing 38,000 European pilots said it was seriously concerned about the ban, explaining that a fire in the hold might be impossible to extinguish, especially if lithium batteries are stored together. Now, the EASA recommendation is not mandatory, but it will rekindle a debate about the new rules, which some airline chiefs have criticised as inconsistent or ineffective, and demonstrate that solving one problem can just lead to another.
Our next story is the coolest thing ever. A tech company is making progress when it comes to getting a better Wi-Fi signal. Now, Li-Fi, meaning light frequency, turns the light bulb above your head into an internet transmitter. Matthew Stock reports.
So basically
It's a familiar sight. Dozens of users on a Wi-Fi network, slowing down internet speeds. But in the battle for bandwidth, there's a new shining light. Li-Fi, meaning light frequency, turns the light bulb above your head into an internet transmitter. Whereas Wi-Fi uses radio frequency signals to transmit data, Li-Fi uses the visible light of the electromagnetic spectrum. Pure Li-Fi, a spin-off from the University of Edinburgh, are one of the pioneers of Li-Fi technology.
the way we achieve wireless communication using light is by changing the intensity of the LED light. Effectively, we are modulating or turning the light on and off at millions of times per second.
This light modulation is imperceptible to the human eye. A ceiling-mounted signal processor streams data embedded in the beam of an LED light. A dongle attached to your laptop or tablet decodes it.
The blue eye is effectively the visible light receiver, which picks up the rapid changes in the LED light that's in the ceiling. Immediately next to it is an infrared LED, which provides transmission for the uplink.
Critics say Li-Fi is limited by the need for direct line-of-sight transmission. Pure Li-Fi says it will complement existing Wi-Fi networks to boost bandwidth.
And you can see there's only one. You would move from 3G or 4G or 5G onto Wi-Fi, onto Li-Fi, and use all of them at the same time.
One of a number of companies developing the tech, Pure Li-Fi says it has a bandwidth capacity 10,000 times less of Wi-Fi, and it's extremely fast. Eventually, they say any LED light could be turned into an ultra-fast wireless router. They're now working with companies, including BT and Cisco, to refine the technology and deploy it in the real world.
That's all for today. I will see you next time. I'm Bryan Thompson with News Up Now.